I'm gonna be very honest with you here. The reason you feel like you're behind isn't because you can't find motivation, it's because you're scared. It isn't some bad luck or the fact that you weren't born into a rich family or the fact that you don't have the time. You choose not to do things because you can't, because I know that you can. You choose not to do them because you're scared of what other people are gonna think. And right now, in this second, you're letting those imaginary thoughts run your day to day. I just want to remind you that these people, the people that you're so scared about what they're gonna say, they don't pay your bills, they're not living your life. And in a year, maybe in a few months, they're gonna completely forgot about what you said or did. And that's assuming that they even paid attention in the first place, because most people don't. So right now, you're just too afraid to get out there and get it done. Every single time you hold back, you choose comfort over respect for yourself. You're editing your persona just to fit in. You shrink yourself down so you don't make anyone else feel uncomfortable. You're just playing a smaller game than what you're capable of. And the worst part of all of this is the fact that you literally know this. So let's get this fixed. I'm gonna need you to accept the fact that judgment is guaranteed regardless. No matter what you do, how you are, people are gonna judge you. If you work out and don't drink, you're boring. If you're nice to everyone, you're weak. If you believe in yourself, you're arrogant. If you don't fit in with the crowd, you're weird. If you do fit in with the crowd, you're a nobody. You don't get to avoid judgment just because you choose to play it safe. You just get to choose which version of you gets judged. So you might as well pick the one you like. Pick the side that you have the most fun on and just stick with it, man. Because no matter what you do, people are gonna have something to say about it. One of the big things I always tell everyone is that you have to ask yourself, what are you actually afraid of? And be as honest as you possibly can. Is it strangers online? Is it old friends that you've outgrown? Is it family members who are projecting their own fears onto you? Because most of the time, the people who are actually gonna judge you are the ones that haven't done it themselves, or don't do very much for that matter. They always seem to have the most to say about everything. Because when is it the last time that someone better, I'm using this term very loosely here, who is better than you, judged you for it? Judged you for something that you want to do. Took the piss out of the fact that you want to start your business, or you started training, or you started running. When's the last time someone who's better at that than you actually done that? Well, they just don't, do they? Because they are secure in themselves. They are secure in the fact of how much they're earning, what the physique is like, how intelligent they are. They don't need the validation of trying to put you down. So why are you taking advice or allowing that fear to consume you, who haven't even built the life that you want? You wouldn't take fitness advice from someone who never goes to the gym, do you? In order to gain confidence, you need to expose yourself on a daily basis. Because confidence doesn't come from thinking. Confidence comes from evidence. And the only way to get evidence is by doing. So say the things you normally be too scared to say. Wear whatever you want. Post the video you're scared to post. Speak your mind without over-explaining. Every time you survive being judged, and you will, because like we mentioned, people always have something to say, you're gonna feel that much better after. Because you did it, regardless. Because let's say you did have a controversial opinion, and congratulations, you have now gained a hater. But you've also gained a supporter. Normally, supporters are silent, especially in the beginning. Haters are always outspoken, so you're gonna hear from them a lot more than your supporters. But they're all there. They're all there. You just have to remember them. They're probably just cheering you on from the sidelines. You need to detach your worth from people's reactions, okay? Because every like, every comment, every single opinion, their value is entirely based on how you perceive it. That's it. So if you don't care about it, well, then it holds no value, doesn't it? But when the more you care about it, the more it can weigh you down. Most of the time, they just reflect other people's mood, insecurities, or just preferences at that specific time. Sometimes they don't even mean anything in particular, because one person's gonna like you, one's gonna hate you, one's gonna love you, one's gonna despise you. And it just kind of goes like that all the time. And why am I telling you all this? Well, it's because I wish I started sooner is literally the only thing I largely regret in my life. Would I have done other things differently? Yeah, sure. I'm not saying I'm such a perfect person. However, starting sooner is the thing I wish I did. But, you know, fear got the better of me, and that's just that. You know, I've seen so many people, you know, waste their energy trying to be liked rather than authentic. And that shit's like a poison, man. Because, you know, by the time you stop caring about, you know, people's opinions and comments and hates and all that, you might feel like it's a little bit too late, but I want to tell you that it's not, okay? Because there's always time. But one thing that you do have to remember is that this, you know, fear of judgment doesn't just go away if you avoid it. The only time it backs off is when you face it. You know, this could be badly, this could be imperfectly, this could be terribly. As long as you face it, every time you face your fears, whether like a champ or like a coward, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're facing them, that is when they go away. That is when they quiet down. This won't be, you know, immediate. You're gonna have to expose yourself to this very often. But in time, they will go away. So here are the things I want you to remember. You don't need things to, you know, to be perfect. You don't need to wish for different circumstances. You just need more action, because action is the thing that creates courage and confidence. People will judge you no matter what you're gonna do, so let them. Most of them are just too busy hiding anyway. Do the thing, say the truth, and be yourself. Because the cost of being judged is nothing in comparison to the cost of never becoming the person you could have been. But I'm sure you already know that. So get out there and get it done. And I'll see you next week.